Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Alex Rivera, bringing you a special in-depth report on one of the most devastating moments in NFL history this season. On December 14, 2025, at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, the reigning champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, faced off against the Los Angeles Chargers in a must-win game. But what unfolded wasn't just a loss, it was the end of an era, capped by a horrific injury to superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Let's take you back to the build-up. The 2025 season had already been a rollercoaster for the Chiefs. After years of dominance, 3 Super Bowls in recent memory, consistent playoff runs, and Patrick Mahomes rewriting record books, the team was struggling. Injuries piled up early, key players were sidelined, and the offense, usually explosive, looked uncharacteristically sluggish. Mahomes himself had been battling nagging issues with his left knee for weeks, appearing on the injury report but gutting it out like he always does. By week 15, the Chiefs sat at a disappointing record, clinging to slim playoff hopes. A win against the Chargers was essential, but even that might not have been enough with other games around the league. Arrowhead was electric as usual, the sea of red roaring for their hero. Mahomes, the 3-time MVP, the guy who's pulled off impossible comebacks time and again, took the field determined to keep the dream alive. The game itself was a defensive grind from the start. Both teams traded blows, but points were hard to come by. The Chargers struck first with a field goal, then Mahomes answered with his legs, scrambling for a touchdown run that reminded everyone why he's the best in the game. He dove into the end zone, pumping up the crowd, showing no signs of the knee bothering him, yet. As the game wore on, the Chiefs' offense stalled. Mahomes was sacked multiple times, pressured constantly by a relentless Chargers pass rush. The score stayed tight, Chargers up 16-13 heading into the final minutes. With under 2 minutes left, the Chiefs had the ball, trailing by 3. This was Mahomes' magic time, the fourth-quarter comebacks he's famous for. He dropped back, evaded pressure, rolled to his right. Chased by Chargers defensive end Deshaun Hand, Mahomes planted his left foot to throw the ball away. That's when it happened. His knee buckled awkwardly, hyperextended in a way that made everyone in the stadium gasp. Mahomes crumpled to the turf, clutching his left knee in obvious agony. Teammates knelt around him. The crowd fell silent. Trainers rushed out. He stayed down for what felt like an eternity. Slowly, with help, he got to his feet, but he couldn't put weight on that leg. 2 staffers supported him as he hobbled off the field, into the medical tent, and eventually to the locker room. Backup Gardner Minshew came in cold, no passes thrown all season, and on the final drive, he threw an interception to Derwin James that sealed the 16-13 defeat. But the loss was bigger than the scoreboard. As results from other games rolled in, wins by the Jaguars, Bills, and Texans, the Chiefs were officially eliminated from the playoffs. For the first time since 2014, no postseason for Kansas City. The streak of AFC West titles, conference championships, Super Bowl appearances, all over in one brutal afternoon. Post-game, Coach Andy Reid was somber. "It didn't look good," he said about Mahomes' knee. The team rushed him for an MRI. Hours later, the devastating confirmation, a torn ACL in his left knee. Season ending, the Chiefs announced they were exploring surgical options immediately. Mahomes, ever the warrior, didn't hide from it. Shortly after the game, he posted on social media, "Don't know why this had to happen. And not going to lie, it hurts. But all we can do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you Chiefs Kingdom for always supporting me and for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers. I will be back." You could feel the pain in those words. This isn't just any player. This is Patrick Mahomes, the face of the NFL, the guy who's overcome everything thrown at him. From his early days bursting onto the scene in 2018, leading the Chiefs to glory, marrying his high school sweetheart Brittany, starting a family, he's been unbreakable. But a torn ACL? That's a 9 to 12 month recovery typically. Surgery, grueling rehab, questions about whether he'll be ready for the start of 2026. Think about what this means for the Chiefs. A tough season exposed vulnerabilities. Offensive line issues, receiver drops, defensive lapses. Travis Kelce, aging gracefully but hinting at retirement thoughts. Now, without Mahomes for the remaining games, Gardner Minshew steps in. The Dynasty questions are louder than ever. Was this the end of the golden era? Fans poured out support online. Teammates like Kelce and Chris Jones shared messages of encouragement. Even opponents reached out. The NFL world rallied around him because Mahomes isn't just a great player, He's the guy who makes the league fun. Those no-look passes, sidearm throws, improvisations that defy logic. Recovery stories give hope. Players like Aaron Rodgers, Adrian Peterson, they've come back from ACL tears stronger. Mahomes is 30 now, in his prime, with a work ethic second to none. He'll attack rehab like he attacks defenses, relentlessly. As we wrap this up, Chiefs Kingdom, hold your heads high. This hurts, playoff elimination, the injury, the what-ifs of a lost season. But Patrick Mahomes promised he'll be back stronger than ever. And if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's never to bet against no. 15. This has been a special report on the heartbreaking injury to Patrick Mahomes. Stay tuned for updates on his surgery and recovery. From all of us here, get well soon, Pat. The NFL needs you back.